One take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. It's NBA One Take. NBA season preview of the 2022-2023 season. And the team I'm definitely going to be talking about is the Portland Trailblazers. Now, we're talking about the Portland Trailblazers. You always got to talk about game time, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard was only able to play 27 games last season before he was sidelined with abdomen issues. And the team fell completely apart. And going into the season, there was concern about Dame's status. Where's he going? Are they going to trade him? What's really going on with Dame and the Portland Trailblazers and having him stay long term? Well, he got another extension, and so Dame is going to be there for the most part, the remaining of his career, unless he gets traded. But that back end of that contract is very, very steep. And the Portland Trailblazers missed the playoffs the first time in 8 years. And there was questions. Should it all blow up? And for the somewhat they did. They traded CJ McCollum, who's been there for close to 9 years. And he was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, one of the beloved figures in Portland Trailblazers history. And, you know, it's been years. I even stated it's time to break them up. But I don't think they should have done that. But they did. And then that raised questions about Dame Lillard's status. And is this the last stand for Dame? Because what is Damian Lillard going to do if the season doesn't go the way he has expectations for it to go? Right? That's one thing when you get to the playoffs and you like, yo, look, if we get there, we could be rocking and we could do something. I think that's his. But when you don't make the playoffs, and you kind of healthy, then there's other factors that can come into play. And then they acquired GP2 through free agency and Jeremy Grant through via trade. These two pickups was magnificent for them. Got GP2, a great defender, won a championship with the Golden State Warriors. You know, he comes in, he could fit the system, glue guy, does what he got to do. And his story is great. Jeremy Grant went to Detroit, tried to handle it on his own. With young guys there, definitely couldn't get it through, but he had spectacular numbers. Now he's going to be back at a contender, somewhat of a contender, like how he was previously with Denver. And he has to see he has to see what's going to go on going forward. But that's two good pickups. And the thing is, as well as how they feel about Chauncey Billups as a head coach. You know, being that's his first season, really rocky. And now there might be some kind of expectation for him possibly to get to the playoffs. Because I don't think they can afford not to make it. I don't think he can afford it. Because then there's going to be questions about him, his coaching style. You know, Anthony Simons and Yusef Nurkic, you know, they both received some deals via free agency. Simons will go into the starting lineup, and we'll see how the potential he has. Now it's time to really get in there and really produce on your own and get some wins. And Nurk always solid, big man. You know, him and Dane got a good combo. So, and the deal is not bad for Nurk. You know, that was just a good deal for both sides. Now the starters is Dane, Anthony Simons, Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, and Yusef Nurkic. It's okay starters. I give it a B minus. You know, it's decent. Got superstar Dane and, you know, some good role guys there and everything like that. So it's a decent bench. I mean, the bench is GP2, Najee Little, Shaden Sharp, the rookie. We got high praise, and Justice Winslow. Bench a little shaky. Give it a C. GP2 is the only real value at this point that I see. Like someone that could, you know, come in and really impact immediately. Possibly a 6-man a year. And then Chauncey Billups is a head coach. I give him a C+. I think you got to kind of really prove to me you got what it takes to really coach a team up and get them into somewhat, you know, somewhere respectable, you know, and I think they're going to be at that borderline. So we're talking about predictions, and I did predict that the Portland Trailblazers is going to go 42-40, and that's somewhat in playing range, and wherever you pack that up, that's what they're going to be fighting for. And, you know, this may take a toll on Dame. You might have an out-of-body experience from Damian Lillard this season. Or maybe the injury is something that can be something common for him. And Portland may have to make some decisions, because if ownership decides to sell and you get new owners in there, which there's been some kind of discussions about, ownership, when they first come in, always wants to make big splash. Always wants to make big splash. And what else they like to do? They like to build stuff on their own. A la Golden State Warriors. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that. But this is NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.